Hello, everybody, my friends, my people, my family. This is Luke the Vacuum Saver tuning back in with you for another video. How's it been, guys? I've missed you all. And you're wondering, well, Luke, it's been a minute since you did a vacuum video, and you wouldn't be wrong. Well, I was getting ready for the 4th of July, like most of America was. Yeah, so I was quite busy, and being a first responder, I also had volunteer fire department duties. Uh, and now I have the time to film for all of you wonderful guys. So, welcome to episode 54 of Vacuum Saved already. Yes, you heard me correctly. Episode 54 of Vacuum Saved. This series will be called the Revolutionizing House Cleaning Series, meaning these two vacuums from their respective brands were revolutionizing in technology. Okay, now let's go ahead and get started. If you're brand new here, my name is Luke and I repair vacuums for people in need for free. And also, as you guys can see, just look at how nice these two turned out for me. Yeah, aren't those some brands that are really familiar to you? I figured. So, anyhow, I repair vacuums for people in need for free, clean them out, and give them back to people in need. All for free without expecting a penny back. And I've been doing it for 8 years now, and we have just celebrated in the garage having saved 280 units. And yes, that is a big number, so thank you to everybody who has ever supported me in doing that. It's the best thing I could have ever asked for doing in life. It's a great hobby that I got myself into, and I ended up loving it. And I have a special little guest right there. So yeah, guys, welcome to episode 54, the Revolutionizing House Cleaning edition of Vacuums Saved. So let's go ahead and give you a rundown of our vacuums today. So over on our right hand side, we see something that we have not seen on store shelves for a while now. And that is this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, on your right hand side for you this morning is a Shark Navigator NV352-26. Repeating, NV352-26. This is a much older model, and as you guys can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. Now, this guy is about 3/4 of the price or cheaper than the unit on your left hand side. And let's go ahead and show you that one now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have the vacuum I have wanted for years now. This, ladies and gentlemen, on your left hand side is a Dyson DC-25. Not sure if you can see it real well there in the dark, but I'll show you that later in the sunlight. Yes, this is a Dyson DC-25. And this guy is about 4 or 5 times more expensive than that guy. And they both have the same technology, but one's just a whole lot cheaper than the other. Besides, the Shark Navigator lift-away here has a much more capable feature than this one does. And you'll see why here in a minute. So let's go ahead and kick the ball off on the right field. And let's go ahead and get started with the Shark Navigator NV352-26. Come on, bud. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my people, welcome back to another video. This is Storytime Part 1 of Vacuums Saved. So, welcome to all of you for this one. Now, as you guys can see, this is an absolutely beautiful vacuum now. And you won't believe how I found that one, actually. I found this approximately a couple days ago on the side of the road near my house, which was quite a bummer because it's a great vacuum. And I'm seriously trying to remember how exactly I got this, but I am so blessed because I've wanted one of these for a while. I think I may... That's where I got it. Yeah, down the road outside of Habitat for Humanity. Brain fart. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It was sitting outside and nobody wanted it. It was a poor raining day, and I'm like, poor little thing. And now look at it. She's all ready to go for you guys. So, this is a Shark Navigator NV35226. Now, this is a much older model compared to the NV352. And this is the 35226, and the only difference between the two, the NV352 and the 35226, is the handle grip up here. Okay, the only difference is with the 352 Solo, it has little handle grips like on the NV355E, which is the white version of this, which is a very nice vacuum that my mom has, actually. And, but yeah, I have the way better one, folks. Give me the credit. I'm just playing around with you guys. But now, what happened, you may remember this, back in the early 2000s, the CEO of Shark, Mark Rosen, came out with the first vacuum. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can remember what year that was made, I would love you guys. The first model that they came out with in Shark was the NV42, the classic Navigator that did not have the swivel steering or anything. It was just a normal vacuum cleaner with a crazy amount of suction. If you guys can remember what year that was made in Teletech Studios, or anybody who has that unit, let me know in the comments section down below. But this was revolutionizing for Shark, okay? That's because it had this right here. Swivel steering, okay? And it has the capability of laying flat, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that you're going to notice with that guy and most other typical vacuums nowadays, they have a problem with reaching into hard spaces. Like hard to reach areas and stuff. Like, think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Most of us do not have a big old green carpet like this throughout their whole house with no furniture or anything. That's not real life, okay? Just take a look inside a typical house. There's furniture everywhere and stuff. That guy was not made for it. This guy was. So, shout out to you, CEO of Shark, Mark Rosen. I love you. You have one of the best vacuums I've ever ran in my whole life, and I'm proud to say I'm a proud Shark owner now, on my own. My mother has one, and now I do, right here. That was completely restored from the bottom. And just take a look, ladies and gentlemen, how beautiful this vacuum bin turned out for me. Now, keep this in mind. The newer Shark Navigator DLXs, which stands for Deluxe, they have a much bigger bin design, and so does the NV501, the Shark Rotator. And practically, ladies and gentlemen, I like those just a little bit more, but for the bin design, not because of the power. This thing is the top of the line vacuum from Shark. If you're ever looking for a vacuum, go with one of these. It won't let you down. So, there is that. And by the way, folks, you're going to see how beautiful this thing will pick up. And the nice thing about both of these vacuums is they are quiet. Like, whisper tone quiet. You're going to love them. Just as much as I loved repairing them, you're going to love to see them run on this carpet later. And boy, they just hum, and it's so beautiful to hear. So that is story time for part 1 of episode 54, the Revolutionizing House Cleaning series. Now, this gold thing is telling us it wants some attention, so, okay, DC-25, let's bring you out here. Alrighty, hello my friends, my people, my family. Welcome to part 2 of story time for this episode 54 of Vacuums Saved. My people, how's it going? I've missed you all so very much. Now, this is the Dyson DC-25. Keep this in mind that when that vacuum came out right there, this was featured on the commercial. Okay? It was showing people that what the problem with most vacuums were is they weren't meant to go in tight spaces. They've also showed a couple famous vacuums like the Bissell Clean View 2 and stuff like that on those commercials. I've went back and watched them, and this has showed up more than 1,000,000 times on the Shark commercials for how expensive Dyson is. But trust me, it's worth the price. I mean, this guy is a total beast now that he's all cleaned out and everything. And boy, you guys are going to see how beautiful this thing runs, but it's got quite a sad story time to it. So Dyson lovers, you might want to get a box of tissues for what this vacuum had to go through to be repaired completely. So when I picked this vacuum up, it looked like this. Okay? It didn't look anything like it, practically. I'm just kidding. It was not that dirty. But now look at it. It's absolutely immaculate and beautiful for you all. So this area right back here was filled with tons of debris and dust. And up here in the filter was packed with dust. Now look at that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can't emphasize this enough to you. I've said this almost every video now, and I can't just stop saying it. It's important to clean out your vacuum's filters every now and again. What that'll do is that'll help you maintain your suction power and everything else in between like that, and it will help your vacuum last a lot longer, and you'll really see the performance for years and years and years to come. So if you take good care of these, you'll be set. So how did I find this vacuum? It was back in the very back of Habitat for Humanity, the same place I got you, outside. It was in the very back of the store. Nobody wanted it. And I'm thinking, why is that? I get it home and the ball split in half on me. Yeah. It was loose, and it was missing half the screws. So we had to put some new screws in, so therefore it lost its range of, some of its range of dynamic ball twist. So, but hey, it is what it is. At least this thing still runs like a champ, and it will turn most of the way, but it will not turn all the way now. But yeah, this is a absolutely gorgeous restored vacuum here, and it's just sitting here waiting to be turned on and show you what it's capable of here, and you're going to see how nice I got this thing running. So the thing about, now here's the problem with Dyson, okay? In most vacuums nowadays, there's these blue light filters that shows when they turn a typical vacuum on, like that one, it blows dust all back into the air. These are completely sealed systems, which means when you do the fog light test, no visible fog will escape from either of these vacuums. It's very cool. Check out the Vacuum Wars channel for more on that, where he does all kinds of videos with vacuums, and he'll show how that micron light test will affect people's choice on buying a vacuum or not. And that's why these are flying off the shelves, because they're completely sealed and they're a 3/4 of the price of this guy. And the thing about Dyson is they just keep getting more expensive online and stuff like that. But trust me, they're worth every dime that you pay for them, and they're going to last for essentially ever. They're a German-built company. If that's incorrect, let me know, somebody in the comment section down below. But overall, I'm not complaining about this vacuum. Both of these are going to be really, really nice. And if they're that nice, I think I may end up keeping these, both of them, because they're just that good of a vacuum. Now, there's another vacuum that's blue and beautiful in the next video, so pay attention for that, because that one will be staying with me as well. And I'm eyeballing it right now, but I'm not going to show you because it wouldn't be a surprise then, would it? So, yeah, that's the Dyson DC-25 story time. And with conclusion of story time, you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. it's time for a test run. So, since the Dyson's in an all-good, happy-go-lucky mood, why don't we do the Dyson first? How's that, ladies and gentlemen? Switch things up a bit for once. We'll go mode flip-flop for once. How's that, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get to this. Okay, I think that's off. Let's see. Alright, it is off. Nice. So, let's go ahead and give this guy a test run. So, ladies and gentlemen, just want you to hear how nice this vacuum sounds. Alright, here comes the Dyson in 3, 2, and 1. Again. Boy, she's all revved up and ready to go, isn't she there? Let's give her a test run then. In 3, 2, 1. And how about that for a nice refurbishment, folks? Listen to how nice that sounded and did for us on the carpet here. That shows you Dyson isn't playing around. Well, guess what? Now there's that beautiful little purple thing. Now it's a real challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Which of these will do better? You let me know in the comment sections down below which one you think did better, because these are about the same. Just gonna say. So, let's wrap this guy up. And now, onto the shark. The beautiful purple little thing that's been waiting for us. Here you go. Let's run it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Shark Navigator NV35226. Alright, that's plenty to get us up and down the carpet. Alright, just like a whiplash there. I like that. Cord came right with me. Alright, plug that guy in. What do you say we give this guy a test run now? Huh? Okay, here we go. Here comes the Shark Navigator, just a sound test in 3, 2, 1. Boy, that sounds like it's brand new out of the box, ladies and gentlemen, huh? Let's see how it performs then. In 3, 2, 1. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Look, it actually found stuff down in the carpet that $500 vacuum missed. Uh-oh. Now it's close, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so let's wrap this guy up. And I'll give final thoughts for you. Alright, so final thoughts on these two is, as you guys can see, they are both great vacuums and they did a great job in their respective areas here. And one of these did way better than the other one, as you guys can tell. So yeah, that's all she wrote for this video. This has been Luke the Vacuum Saver tuning back in with you for episode 54. Stand by for 55 and have a great night, guys.